Hey guys, welcome on back. This is going to be your next 7 days reading. This week's reading, as you can tell or as you can hear, is just going to be through audio. It won't be a video, but you still get to hear my voice. So I don't think I'll be able to upload this on YouTube. So if you're listening to this, it's more than likely through my website or possibly on my Patreon once I figure out how to upload this on my Patreon. But nonetheless, so we're going to go over the energy for your next 7 days. This is going to be for your sun, moon, and rising. If it doesn't resonate with your sun, then go ahead and listen to your moon rising. I will be putting timestamps, even though I know it's audio, you can't really go directly to it by clicking on it. I will put timestamps so that you can fast forward to your particular sign. Okay. So we are going to be starting with Aries, and I need to get out my phone so I can do timestamps. So that way I don't have to go back through and listen. Okay. Aries, we'll just do 1 minute. All right. So Aries, your card is the Knight of Cups in reverse. It seems that you're having some pain. To me, the location screams that it is coming from your back. I am getting I believe this is a pain medication. I am getting tramadol, but even outside of that, you are teeter-tottering the fence when it pertains to leaving this person behind, or it may not even be leaving this person behind. It really just may be at the point of, does this person make me happy? And this may actually be sexually speaking. So Aries, these next 7 days, you may be wanting to step outside your box and maybe explore more when it pertains to your sexuality or just what you want, what you like when it comes to just sex, period. The Knight of Cups is definitely that romantic, but with him coming in reverse, romance has been taken off of the table and kids may be stepping to the forefront, work or anything else. You also may be dealing with someone where they are giving you a lot of excuses as to why they cannot do a certain or a particular thing. So just from what I'm picking up with this particular energy in this relationship, to me, this seems like a couple where they've pretty much lost the energy to really just be a couple. So you may be feeling at this particular point that you are roommates with someone because that romantic aspect has just took a back seat. Someone is coming across like they're not really super interested with the Knight of Cups coming in reverse. But also I get smear campaign. I get somebody being very smug. So these may be things that you may have to deal with when it comes to your work or your job. There is a road trip that actually may end up being canceled because I'm picking up some sort of avalanche or something tied to a mountain. So nature may be in the way as to why you may not necessarily be able to continue forward on this particular trip. Also be very careful if you are walking barefoot on a beach. Because people are just not picking up their trash. And I don't know if they have particular groups that are supposed to go through and help pick up the trash, but it's they're taking off this week. So I would definitely say be very careful when it comes to walking outside barefoot. I know that may seem very simple, but you'd be surprised how many people do it. Okay. So we're going to move on over to Taurus, which is going to be we'll do 332. Taurus. Okay. So you have your card, the Hierophant, in reverse. Okay. This has nothing to do with you guys, but I don't know if Bill Bellamy is a Taurus, but Bill Bellamy, he is a comedian, he is coming through, so we don't know. But either way, so with the Hierophant coming in reverse, it seems that you may be stepping outside of your character this week. Some of you have to be very careful because there is somebody that you are dating, and this person, the way they're coming across to me is somebody where they want you to step outside of your morals and values, and they want you to risk almost like your freedom, your sanity. They want you to risk something that you have going on in your life for them. So you may be dealing with somebody who is very selfish, and it could be selfish to the point where it is, I don't really care if you end up getting hurt. I just need you to do this for me because that's what you need to do. So you may be stuck, or you've been possibly consistently running into relationships or people where it's a very selfish type of energy. It's very drop everything and come to me. But whenever the shoe needs to be put on the other foot, they just cannot do it. We do have number 5 coming in reverse. So there may be a lot of cussing. There may be a lot of arguments. There may be a lot of disagreements. Some of you may not necessarily be happy about some sort of list that is coming out at your job. Now, this may be whatever the list could be. It could be in terms of if you're trying to be considered for a different position or whatever the situation could be. There is a list coming. There's a list of names, whatever the names are pertaining to. You would know what this is, but I don't necessarily feel that this is going to be a list where you're going to look at it and say, oh, yay, you're going to be like, this is some complete BS. And some of you may actually be learning from someone who's been at your job for, could be 20 years, 15 years, but the way that this person is teaching you seems like it is the incorrect way. So you have to be careful, because this could definitely get in the way of you trying to move up to the next level. Okay. The Hierophant is the one who always tries to do the right thing. So that's why I said this week, you have to be careful where you don't sacrifice your morals, your values, or beliefs because you're tired of being the little man or little woman on the totem pole. Some of you do not risk your freedom for this person you're in a relationship with. I know it's not happening right now for some, but some of you guys, you have to be careful, because I feel that this may be something that's coming up moving forward. Some of you, this person that you're dealing with, they're not yet divorced, but they want you to risk something even though they're not yet divorced, nor have they completely let go of this particular person. Some of you in your own little relationship, you may be dealing with divorce or just fear revolving around that. So this is not necessarily a good 7-day period when it comes to relationships, or even whenever it pertains to getting the right information. You're going to get definitely wrong information from your job. So make sure that you are asking probing questions, follow-up questions. I don't know if this person has something against you, but I'm just saying, just double check. Okay. Also, issues when it pertains to dealing with the government. Be very careful if you are playing any type of sport this week, especially basketball, or there may be some type of scandal revolving around a basketball player who's a Taurus. Okay. Gemini. I should already have this down, actually. Gemini, we're going to do 7-11. Oops. Okay. Gemini, you have the 7 of Cups in reverse. So immediately with this particular energy, okay, so with this particular energy coming through with the 7 of Cups, a Scorpio may have possibly blocked you, or this may even be another Gemini if you are dealing with the Gemini. You're getting conflicting information this week when it pertains to a family member, but this also could be a family member's illness. Okay, so there may be somebody who you are rather close to, and they are going to the doctor, having to do a lot of tests, or this may possibly be you, but there is a lot of conflicting information being given. Okay, now you also may feel over these next 7 days that you are out of options when it pertains to something that you've been dragging your feet on, or you may feel that you are out of options when it pertains to putting your foot down with this water, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or Taurus is in the mix as well. Okay. You may feel that they've left you with no choice, especially because it seems that this particular person likes to cross the line a lot when it pertains to you. And some of you Gemini should be very careful, because it seems like that you are flushing your money down the drain whenever it pertains to this particular individual. Now, this screams to me somebody who is always having their hand out, or you'll have to deal with this over the next 7 days, where a lot of people will always have their hand out and they're coming directly to you. So even though they have somebody else to go to, they're going to skip over them and come to you. And you may be in this particular mood where you just want to help out everyone, but these next 7 days, it is going to go completely against you for you to do this. Also, get a better skincare routine, because the one that you are doing is not that great. But even though you have maybe been in a sense of fogginess and maybe been a bit confused about people's, I don't know, the way people feel about you, whatever it could be that you've been confused about. The confusion is gone. At this particular point, if you're still confused, it's just because you're just playing dumb. Because there's nothing else for you to figure out. There's nothing else for you to know. Everything will be laid out for you on the table this week. Now, what you decide to do with all this information that's being put out on the table is up to you. Okay. But like I said, now, on a lighter note, some of you guys, there will be baby steps made, because if you have been talking to somebody and you are feeling kind of smitten by them, this person will be deleting their dating app. So they are starting to inch a little bit more towards you in terms of trying to make something exclusive. So, that's a good thing. Lay off the candy as well. Cancer. We'll do 1027. Okay, you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is really thinking traps, because it's Gemini energy. Gemini's ruling planet is Mercury. Mercury is all about the intellect, your intellectual capacity, your, like I said, thinking traps. And that is the battle. It's not even half the battle. That is the complete battle at this point when it pertains to whatever it is you have going on. It's that energy of you are nitpicking over everything. Even if something good comes up in your mind, you're replacing it with something bad. You're just getting in your head a lot about a lot of things. You also may be just confused about what direction to go. You may be confused when it pertains to a long distance travel that you want to take. This could be closer to September, or it could be 9 weeks from now, which is about 2.5 months. So 2.5 months from now, we're pretty much in May. So that would take us into July. So Cancer, Leo season, we should say. So you could be confused about this. Some of you, it could be a long distance relationship. You're actually thinking about somebody long distance and you're having a hard time getting this person off of your mind. So much so is giving you headaches because you're thinking about them so much and you're trying to figure out if this person is thinking about you. But speaking of headaches and migraines, you could be dealing with that quite a bit. You may be dealing with sensitivity to light. Honestly, to me, this seems like it may be your sinuses, your allergies. So either you've stopped taking your medicine or you need to consider going to a doctor to see if they can get you anything. I'm actually getting Flonase, if any of you guys have ever used that. So if you may look into trying Flonase or just some sort of antiseptic, whatever it's called, the nasal spray that you could possibly use. But really, that's the biggest thing. And some of you, I know this may sound crazy. Some of you, it may be you are hearing voices, or you just feel like that you're going crazy because you're hearing things. But again, a lot of this is that, half of the battle, or more than half of the battle with you, is just your mind and what you are thinking of at this particular point in time. Number 9 is also tied to the energy of Mars. Okay. So, so with a clarifier, I pulled the King of Swords. So you are frustrated because you're not picking up on some sort of new process or some sort of new information. And you feel like that, man, I should get it by now. And I don't know. So I would say for you this week, there is this energy of you're being so hard on yourself because you're making mistakes and you're not allowing yourself to make mistakes. But some of you guys, you are getting so deep into your thinking traps that you're just like, oh my God, my job is in jeopardy. My house is in jeopardy. Something is in jeopardy, just because you're just going to the most negative outcome that you can find. So the energy here is saying that you need to back off. Yeah, the Hierophant is coming up upright. Okay. Some of you, without a doubt, are being underpaid. But we have the Magician. The crazy thing is that you're on the right path, especially with the Magician and the King of Swords. Some of you are actually meant to be lawyers. Some of you could be an agent. You may be reached out to by a lawyer or some. It's like like a middleman. A middleman may be reaching out to you because, I don't know, there could be something on the other side that you don't know, but this middleman is coming in first to kind of like scope the scene, if that makes sense. So it's like one of those things, if somebody wants to work with you, like a business person, but they don't want to reach out to you directly. They want to send their assistant. It's like that. They send somebody first to make sure everything is okay, and then they come in later. Okay, so I feel like on the other side of these thinking traps is actually good. Any type of court situations will actually work out in your favor. Okay, but for sure you're on the right path. It may not seem like it, and some of you guys, you're not getting paid enough, but it's actually okay because there is something that's going to come in. Okay, so good for you. Let's move on. I spent too long on that. Leo, we'll do 15. All right, Leos. You have the Two of Wands, okay, making the choice. I think you're moving. Some of you Leos are going to be moving. You're going west, not to the West Coast. You're just going west from wherever you're at, okay? Catching a flight, maybe catching a boat. You may be going roller skating. But the Two of Wands has reached that point where it's just like, you know what? This is my decision and this is what I'm going to do. It may involve another fire sign. We have Aries on the table. We also do have Cancer on the table as well. But Aries and Scorpio have the same planetary ruler, so we'll throw in Scorpio into that as well. Some of you have made a choice to start communicating or talking back to your past. So I would say not just the next 7 days, the next 11 days or the next 2 weeks, you're going to be spending a lot of time communicating with your ex, trying to figure things out when it comes to your ex. Now, some of you, like I said, you are planning a trip to go back to a place that you used to live at in your past. Why? I don't know. There may be a lover back in this particular place. Those of you in a relationship, I do get you or somebody is planning a trip to go back to visit someone who they used to be with. Now, what is the nature of this? I don't know. Okay. But yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, some of you are the Eight of Cups in reverse. Some of you guys are going back to the past because you made a choice. You sacrificed that relationship, that situation to be in the spot that you're in now. And you may even be in a full-blown new relationship, but there's this energy here where now you're just like, okay, I'm ready to go back and take what was mine, I guess, if we want to look at it that particular way. But again, another sacrifice has to be made. So some of you Leos will be breaking the news to somebody that you are possibly in a connection with that is just not working out. Now, you're probably not going to tell them the real reason, but to me, it seems like that you're chasing after love. You're following your heart, and your heart is kind of telling you to go towards the past. You don't know if this is going to work out because it went badly before in the past. And again, the past may be Pisces, another water sign, doesn't matter. Knight of Cups, yeah. And the thing is, you in your mind, you're kind of like, man, I hope this person forgives me. Because like I said, you guys left off on a terrible spot. So you really hope this person can find it in their heart to forgive you. And I don't know. I feel like this person's going to make you suffer for a little bit, but who knows if they're going to forgive you. Right now, the cards are just saying that you're just going to go with it. Yeah, we have the King of Wands upright. You're definitely in a relationship, but you're chasing after somebody else that you used to be in a relationship with, or this could be happening to you. Okay. Because, and the crazy thing is, it's like it's this weird thing where your loyalty has always lied with this person and you can never put your finger on why you can't get this person off of your mind. But that's just the unfortunate part, that somebody's going to end up being hurt in this particular situation. So yeah, it's like one of those things where you always knew that you were going to go back. Some of you will actually get the opportunity to go back to your old job. Some of you will get the opportunity to like teach or coach or whatever it is at your old high school. So that could be the move that you're making to the past. Okay. Virgo, 1836. All right. You have the Lovers in reverse. I am hearing, where did I go wrong? So you may be blaming yourself for the way a relationship is going. If you're with a Gemini, you could be with another Virgo, or you used to be with these individuals, a Taurus or a Libra. Those are the signs I'm getting. So we have Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo is coming through. Right now, you also may be having some regrets, feeling that you made the wrong choice. Some of you have possibly been abandoned by somebody new, and that could be why you're feeling that you made the wrong choice and you should have just tried to make it work with this particular person from the past. Okay. I don't know. I'm getting like Calgary, but for some reason that makes me think of a stampede. It makes me think of a horse. It makes me think of church. Okay. But with all of that symbolism coming through, I would say anger. Right now, you're very angry because you didn't get what you wanted. Some of you took a chance with this person that you're dealing with because you thought that's what you wanted. But as you are getting deeper into this particular connection, you're starting to feel like that, you know what, this is not what I wanted at all. Some of you, I said abandoned. So some of you have been rejected by a Pisces, or, you know, and this may not even be a current rejection. This could be something that's still lingering in the air that you are still upset about. And that could be where the anger is coming from. Maybe even what's the word? The bitterness, because Virgos right now, I do feel like that some of you guys are dealing with bitterness, whether you're with this person or you're not with this person. Regardless, everybody else after them is having to suffer because of what went down between you and this individual. We do have the Six of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles coming through. So there will be some sort of unexpected amount of money that will be coming your way. I'm getting between, some of you, it could be 600. Some of you guys, it could be 6,000. This actually may be something tied to insurance payout, but also some of you, if it's an inheritance, you're looking at 16,000, 16 to 72,000 is actually from what I'm picking up. Or some of you may even end up, this could be a profit from something that you are selling. But for some of you could definitely be worried about your stability when it pertains to your family. And I actually do feel like the stability is fine. Now, some of you guys, even though you actually may be with somebody that you're not, I hate to say it, some of you Virgos, you're with somebody that you're not even in love with, but there's stability with this person. They may come from a good family or whatever the situation is, or this maybe happened to you. You know, they may feel like that you're very stable and you come from a good family. So why would they pass that opportunity up? And that could be the reason why this relationship is still happening. But I was getting before that it's just not really the person that you envisioned. It's not really the person that you wanted. But also at the same time, even if this person loves you a lot, you may be kicking yourself kind of like, you know, what is it? Why can I not love this person the way that they're loving me? Because you just don't feel it in your heart. And it's hard to make excuses for that when you just don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really feel like you're going to completely walk away. You're going to sit there. You're going to mope a little bit. You're just going to maybe become numb to the situation if you haven't been doing that already. Some of you are in mourning. Some of you actually may be widows. Somebody may have died, or you may have had a parent that died. So you have the other parent that is like in mourning and having a hard time moving on. So you may be dealing with that as well. In the future, 15 months from now, you actually may end up getting the opportunity to reconcile with this person, but it may just be for sex. We're talking about the person that's in your heart. So that's the thing. You have a person in your heart, but there's a person in your mind or in front of your face right now, and the feeling is just not matching up, you know? But nonetheless, career seems fine, okay? Libra. We'll do 2259 for Libra. All right. You have the Ace of Wands. I think this might be this. No, somebody else got this last week. Ace of Wands. So you have, okay, before we get into that, somebody's going to be projecting on you a lot. And it's actually going to be the opposite sex. So you may find yourself kind of like on the defense a lot when it pertains to whether it be from women, whether it be from men, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm not sure what the problem is, but I am just getting a lot of projection. I'm also getting a lot of word vomit, but I don't really get the word vomit as coming across in a way of like they're attacking you. I feel like the word vomit is coming from a place of this week, there will be a lot of people coming to you, not just for your advice, but really just for you to be a listening ear. So there may be a lot of dumping coming your way. during this particular week. Okay, I would say it's going to be a very active sex life for you this week, and some of you guys will actually end up meeting somebody new, and the same thing will occur. A very active sex life. It's a very heavy fire sign: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But you and this person, there is definitely that physical match that is coming through. I mean, I don't know, some of you, I said very active, so you may need to go back and listen to Aries, because I kind of talked about it in Aries reading, where wanting to explore. So you may have to be prepared this week to explore sexually speaking when it pertains to somebody that you are dealing with. Okay. Issues when it comes to your esophagus. Some of you guys, I'm actually getting you maybe throwing up or having some issues when it comes to vomiting. It could be something that you're taking, or your body is just not reacting maybe to some sort of medication or something that you're taking well. So, yeah. So acid reflux, anything like that, gallbladder issues could be coming up as well. Some of you may have to get new glasses because your glasses may end up breaking. But either way, okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles, so that's good. And we have the Star. So this week is a really good week for you when it pertains to money, really wishes. Some of you guys, you may actually end up getting your wish this week when it comes to someone that you are really, really attracted to. Yeah, very, very passionate relationship. I mean, this person, I don't know if I would say this, but let's say this person's a really good match. I could say this person may be the one, but it seems like this is kind of like a new thing. Or some of you guys, if this is kind of like a new connection, the energy here is saying like, good for you. Okay. But yeah, money is going to look really good this week. There will be some sort of offer. So even if this could be a good week for ask for a promotion or to get more sales, whatever it is, you can't really fail this week. So it may seem like that whatever you touch this week turns to gold. Or even if you're just feeling very confident this week, you're just like, you know what? I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to just ask for $10,000. Don't be surprised. You could get it. So that's really good. Scorpio. We'll do 26-25 for Scorpio. All right. You have the Five of Wands this week. Same energy from last week. Clashing again. So, but this may be the spilling over, I guess, from last week. So if it seems like that a stone, I don't know, if it seems like there was unfinished business, let's say that. If it seems like there was unfinished business from last week, from some sort of conversation that you had with someone that either you're having sex with, you're dating, somebody that you have kids with, okay? Or this could even be somebody that you have interacted with online. It's still going to be continuing this week, okay? There's a lot of commotion. There's a lot of chaos around you. Some of you, if you have kids that are pretty close in age, like 3 years apart, you may have to break up a fight this week because that's the type of chaos that we're looking at if you're, older. Now, if you are, it doesn't matter. If you're younger, you may be falling out with your friends and you may be having that energy like, what the hell is going on? Is there something in the air? Mercury retrograde is over. We're still going through post shadow. So some things that should have been said during Mercury retrograde will likely be popping up during the post shadow phase. So over the next literally 7 days, you may find yourself being in a lot of different arguments in multiple different zones. And again, you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? But I would say your energy this week just comes across as very combative. Where you're not standing down, you're definitely standing firm on what you believe in, how you feel, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be careful about this. Okay. It's a good week to sign up for a sport. It's some of you, if you play a sport, who knows, you may be going to the playoffs or something like that, or there could be some sort of new beginning that could be arising when it pertains to a sport. It could be a good week to go swimming if you haven't swam in a while. I mean, this is a great week for you to exercise those muscles and to get out all this aggression that you feel. Okay. Boxing, bicycling, running, jogging, anything of that nature. Okay. Some of you may be getting threatened with a lawsuit, or there's another lawsuit coming for you. I said another. Like I was, hopefully not. Hopefully it doesn't pertain to you. First, yeah. We have the Star and we have the Five of Wands. Why is that in there? That's not supposed to be in there. Clarify the Five of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Cups. Project management. Some of you may be being considered for a project manager or being the head of some sort of a project. Okay. You're going to be working a lot this week. You won't really have time for your family. And that's going to be an argument as well. Because some of you actually may end up missing an important thing for like a child or something like that. So, yeah. Time management is your keyword for the week. Okay. Sagittarius, we'll do 2953. Sagittarius, 2953. All right. You have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Oh my, you're apologizing to somebody. You may have went off on somebody last week. You may have jumped the gun. So now I kind of get this energy of somebody moping back like, I'm so sorry. So you may be kind of sticking your tail between your legs and going to apologize to somebody for taking what they said wrong, going off on them, yelling at them, whatever the situation could be. You're not angry anymore. But also some of you, I don't know if some of you guys have kind of like been playing this mind game with somebody that you're in a relationship with. A mind game in a way of trying to see if this person is going to come to you and apologize and who knows, kiss your feet, kiss your butt, whatever the situation is. And it just hasn't happened because this person hasn't folded. So you may be in a relationship with somebody who is very, very strong-willed, strong-minded like you. And you guys both may just have a hard time saying sorry. Okay. But this week, these next 7 days, as I say, or it could be after, you're going to make the decision to bite the bullet and just say, sorry. You may be letting go of some sort of property. Some of you may be letting go of some sort of a house. You may be doing this because maybe some of you guys could be thinking about consolidating and possibly moving in with somebody that you are very interested in. Be very careful. Some of you, there's some sort of injury that you sustained. This could be back in the month of March, and you just have not been nursing this injury. You've kind of been like playing around with it. You haven't been nursing it, whatever it is. So it actually feels like it's like a sore or a scab. Something is pussing, like has pus or something coming out of it. So be very careful about that. Gangrene is like yuck. So take care of your feet, or go take care of your feet this week. With the Fool in reverse. Yeah, that goes back to me saying that we have two people who are very stubborn, who doesn't really like to bite the bullet, but somebody is going to during this particular week. Okay. Maybe not necessarily having the best of luck when it comes to finding a new property or finding a new house, but this may not happen until June. I'm just setting the expectation. So you may have another month or two to go before you find the property that you're living for. Some of you may be staying with a sister, or you may just be in between places because you're just trying to find the perfect place. Okay. There will be some sort of a peace offering, or you actually may be giving this person that you're apologizing to a peace offering because you showed your ass this last week and you're just like, you know what, I just need to like not do that. Some of you guys, your dad could be giving you a family heirloom or some sort of a necklace. Some of you are getting the keys to some sort of a store. So you may be getting moved up to like store manager or something like that. But with the Emperor being here with the Six of Pentacles, oh, a buddy. I just heard that. You're getting a new buddy this week. So those of you where you've been wanting new friends, there is a new friend that's coming in. They are older than you. Okay. Oh, who is next? Capricorn? We'll do 3330 for Capricorn. All right. You have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, some of you, either you are a hoarder, you're becoming a hoarder, or you know somebody that is a hoarder. because I'm hearing I can't live like this, but I feel that it is in the context of there's crap everywhere. Okay, so you definitely need to consolidate junk this week. So heavy spring cleaning, cleaning out closets, whatever it is, something needs to scrub down, wipe down, given away, whatever it could be. Be very careful when it comes to playing the lottery or trying to enter in all these giveaways and stuff like that. I don't necessarily feel like you're going to have the best of luck this week. This week, honestly, it may seem like things are starting to slow down. Be very careful of porch pirates. So this week, it may be best to schedule packages, if you can, pick them up at the facility, okay? Because you just need to be careful about that during this time, okay? Dry, chapped lips, but it seems like this, I mean, of course, you know, seasons are changing, but I feel like there may be something else going on that you need to pay attention to, okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Three of... Yeah, some of you guys, you're staying with somebody that's cheated on you, and yet you're sulking, you're crying, you're complaining about this, but the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups is coming through, but you still care about this person. You want to reconcile with this person. Some of you guys, you and this person have broken up, and there may be a breakup because you decided it need to be a breakup, but yet you want this person to come back to you, even though they pretty much disrespected you. I don't think you're going to renew your lease. So I would say Capricorns, you're probably going to end up moving after this year. I don't think you're going to stay where you're at. And where you're going to move to, I feel like it's going to be to a place where you used to live in the past. Okay. Some of you guys, you miss like your childhood best friend, but you and this person, something went wrong and you guys are just not friends anymore. Okay. I don't feel like you're pregnant. Some of you Capricorns, you may be pregnant, but may decide to no longer be pregnant. You know, whatever you choose, that is your decision. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Just as long as you are okay with that and don't let anybody talk you out of that, you know. We have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, some of you Capricorns have to be careful because the person that you're dealing with, their ex may be lying about something going on with the kids, or they may be lying about having a baby. But I don't know who's doing it. Somebody's lying about being pregnant. It's not true, and they know it's not true. But somebody's doing it in a manner of because they're panicking and they're just like, I gotta do something because I don't want this person to leave me. Yes. So we have a little bit of an unhealthy dynamic with somebody. Oh yeah. Another thing. Someone is overspending. Okay. So some of you may be surprised this week whenever this person that you may be dealing with romantically could be coming to you and asking you to borrow money because they're running through their money, like blowing through it. Okay. Some of you Capricorns, you're just not ready to be in a relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. It's just, you're just not ready. That's fine. Don't push it. You need to take better care of your finances during this time. If you don't have the money to travel, then we're not traveling. Okay. Now there's a lot of time between now and August, but just think it over. Okay. It's almost like the devil in reverse is saying, you know, do the right thing. If you feel the right thing is that, okay, we don't need to do this, then don't. Okay. Aquarius. 37. Let us do 37, 32. Aquarius. What do we got? We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. You're not renewing something. Ace of Cups. Some of you are turning down somebody that wants to be in a relationship with you. Why? Who knows? Everybody's reasoning is going to be different. Okay. But this person makes you smile. This person makes you or at least they try to make you happy. They try to make you smile. But you're possibly being a little bit of a Debbie Downer right now. And I feel like this could be coming from insecurity. So I would say right now, Aquarius, is your biggest battle right now is that you don't feel that you're worthy. You are overanalyzing everything when it pertains to just your appearance, yourself. You're just like, you may be looking in the mirror just like, oh my God, where'd this come from? Oh my God, where'd that come from? But the thing is, you know, you are not seeing what other people see. Other people see you as the sun, whereas right now you see yourself as the Ace of Cups in reverse. Not lovable, not worthy, feeling like that, you know, bad things are just going to keep happening. I don't know when the hell this is going to stop. You know, so you're, like I said, you could just be a little bit of a Debbie Downer. Okay. And allow the compliments to come to you. because people are complimenting you and you're kind of like, really? But they're obviously complimenting you because you deserve the compliment. And some of you, you're just struggling to see it that way. Okay? Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Yep, I figured that. Five of Pentacles. Some of you may be thinking about buying a sports car. That's probably going to be a no-go because you're going to be in the hole. Okay? Some of you guys may be worried about just a debt that needs to be paid, and you may not really have the financial means right now to pay that particular debt. But I feel like you should call and negotiate because they're actually going to accept less than what you think. So pick up the phone and call. Maybe save that for like the 9th of May. Okay. Some of you may have possibly started a new business in this past week or so. I really don't think that it's bad. Again, we have a situation where you're not thinking positively about this. You're kind of feeling like something is missing. So you keep tweaking, you keep changing, but nothing is missing. To me, it looks pretty good. And the devil, especially with the devil in reverse, this is something that you actually care about. This is something that you are actually passionate about. That's why I said I don't really see anything wrong with it, but you're going to overanalyze it to the death. Okay? Some of you are not talking to your dad and you really could care less at this particular point. I don't know exactly what happened between you guys' relationship, but you're kind of just like, I really don't care about them. Somebody may be trying to make you feel bad for having that particular mentality, and this actually could be a sister. Some of you may be having an issue with the sister-in-law, so that's another thing. But the sun is here saying that I know right now you probably want to look at the glass half empty, but you should probably look at it half full because it may not be as bad as what you're seeing from your eyes. And this could be as simple as, asking somebody else, and they'll probably be like, oh, that's really not that big, not like how you're making it out to be. So you're probably just being, I hate to say it, some of you are definitely being really dramatic right now, because you just don't know what to do with yourself at the moment. And like I said, you're nitpicking over yourself so much that it's pouring over into everything else. So you're not even allowing yourself to have fun or to allow joy to be there. Nothing is missing. The only thing is missing is for you to smile and try to have a good time. Okay? Because you're not doing that right now. Some of you are asking the question if this person is the one. The cards are saying no. But, last but not least, we have Pisces. We'll do 4138. Pisces 4138. Oops. You have the King of Swords. You are trying to play hard to get, or you are dealing with somebody, interested in somebody who is playing hard to get. You may be a little bit calculative this week, or that may just be kind of how you are, period. That you may be a little bit calculating, okay? Be very careful about trying to play both sides during this week because you're going to want to be impartial, but this is the week where you need to pick a side. Not picking a side is picking a side, if that makes sense. So be very careful about that. You may get drugged into some sort of a work function, not by choice, but some of you guys may get drugged into the middle of some sort of work spat disagreement that your boss could be having with one of your coworkers, and you guys may kind of like, work close together like in a team, and you're going to be put in the middle because they're going to be asking you, okay, what did they do? What did you see? So yeah, do the right thing. Okay, depending on the situation. Like if it's something small, it's just like whatever. But if it's something bad that hurts somebody, I mean, come on, gotta say something. Okay. But anyway, so this week also you'll be doing a lot of studying. Some of you may be studying for your driver's test if you don't have your driver's license. Some of you may be feeling a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, and you could be, thinking about taking a motorcycle test or something like that. The King of Swords is honest, okay? To his fault sometimes, but he is honest. And so I would say this week you are going to make the choice. Oh my God, that's nice. You're going to make the right choice. You're going to choose love. So this week, Pisces, even though it may pain you to do so, you are going to make the decision and choose and follow your heart. Let's say that you are 100% going to follow your heart. We have the Two of Wands and we have the Lovers, and this can go for love. This can go for career. It can go for just doing the right thing. You're going to listen to your heart, and it's not necessarily going to steer you wrong. Okay. Yeah. Two of Wands and the Lovers. This is the week where decisions are going to be made in regards to relationships. Now, which way this could go is going to depend, but right now it seems fine. Okay. Some of you guys, the choice is going to be that you and this person may end up going your separate ways, not because you don't love each other, but because you're choosing to love them away in a different space, because you realize that, you know, maybe somebody realizes that being in this relationship is just a complete disservice to themselves because they're not giving 110% and it's not fair. That's love. That is completely selfish. Like, you know what? I can't do this. This is a disservice to you. It's not fair to you for me to sit up here and, you know, not give my 110%. Because if it wasn't love, you would sit your tail there and just let it be what it's going to be. So this is a week where honesty is going to be the thing. Now, for some of you guys, it may hurt because this may mean that on the other side of honesty means that you and this person just cannot love each other together. Others of you, you're going to be on the side of honesty where you are going to charge ahead. You're going to follow your heart and you're going to tell someone that you love them, like them, whatever it is. And yeah, it may be great because I feel like if you're on the later and you haven't really met this person, or you haven't really talked, whatever the situation is, or you guys haven't been serious, I think it's going to be better than what you expect, because there's going to be a balance that is unexplainable. And honestly, just me talking about it makes me feel like nice. So I feel like it's going to be better than what you expect if you are in that group of people where you're just going to say it. Like, you know what? I'm just going to tell this person how I feel because I'm really smitten by you. Okay. So, good for you. But all in all, I feel like it'll be a good week for you just because, like I said, it's based off honesty. Can't lose with honesty. I mean, you can, but not really. Okay. So everybody, this has been next 7 days when it comes to your sun, moon, and rising. I hope you liked it. Of course you will. But I'll see you later.